These Apple-style UI animation reels have been going viral over the past few months. They're minimal, high quality, and incredibly smooth. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to create them in DaVinci Resolve. Alright, we are in the Fusion page. I'm working in a square resolution at 30 FPS. Let's bring in a background node and connect it to media out. For the color, I'm choosing something light, but of course you can use any color you want. Now, I want to create a YouTube icon, so I'll bring in S rectangle and S render nodes, then merge them with the background node. Then I'm gonna start customizing S rectangle. Next, let's create the play button inside the YouTube icon. For that, we'll bring in S Ngon node and merge it with the S rectangle. Then I'll customize that as well. Alright, now we can start animating the icon. I want to give it a bouncy movement at the beginning, but I'm not going to animate that bounce manually because it would take too long and probably wouldn't look very smooth. Instead, I can use the Anim Curves modifier with the built-in elastic curve function. So let's append an S transform node after the S rectangle. Right-click on Y offset, then add Anim Curves modifier. After that, go to the modifier tab, change the curve type to ease in and select elastic under ease out. You can also go into the spline panel to view the curve. Now I'll start adjusting the offset and scale properties to define the starting and ending positions. And I'll tweak the time scale to control the duration. Once that's done, I can preview the animation. I can also copy S transform node and paste it after S Ngon to animate the play button, then slightly change the properties for some variation. But there's actually another way to create these bouncy movements with even more control. If you're using the studio version of DaVinci, there's a plugin called eSpline by Revis that lets you apply Bezier, elastic, and bouncy curves with much deeper control over your easing. You can choose from preset easing libraries or even save your own custom curves. Yeah, it's honestly as crazy as it sounds. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Let me quickly show you how I use it. I'll append another S transform node, and this time I'll animate the size and Y offset. Then I'll go to my easing curve preset folder, enable all keyframe mode, disable the other modes, and apply my elastic curve preset. I'll also leave my easing presets in the description, so feel free to install them if you want. Finally, I'll animate the play button as well by keyframing the size, angle, and Y offset. Then I'll apply my elastic curve to finish the animation. Now, let's add some animated text. I'll bring in the letter by letter bounce down text animation from my Type Essentials pack, link in the description. But feel free to check out my text animation video if you want to create it manually. I'll start customizing it, then I'll go to the animation tab and tweak the delay between letters, the animation speed, and the bounce amplitude. Alright, let's merge it in. Right now, the text and the icon are animating at the same time. So let's add a delay to the text. I'll append a time speed node after the text, set the mode to nearest, and choose frame 20 in the delay parameter. Alright, once the text appears, I want both text and icon to be perfectly centered. So let's append a transform node and keyframe the center property. The animation will go from frame 0 to frame 50, but feel free to tweak it however you like. Then I'll open the spline panel, smooth out the keyframes, and play with the ease in and ease out to make the curve sharper around frame 20 so the movement is fastest at that point. Or if you have eSpline plugin, you can simply go to the Bezier tab and customize your curve there. You can even save it as a preset to reuse it later. Alright, now I want to morph the YouTube icon into a subscribe button. I'll go back to S rectangle node and keyframe the height, width, and corner radius properties. Then apply my elastic curve to give them a nice bounce. Next, I want to fade out the text. You could keyframe the merge blend property manually, but instead, I'll append the fade ease tool from my Type Essentials pack. I'll set the start frame to 50, animation duration to 10, and set starting opacity to 1, then reduce the opacity to 0 by setting the adjustment slider to -1. For the play button, I want it to move upward while the rectangle is morphing. So I'll keyframe the Y offset, then apply my ease out preset. I'll also switch the mode from all keyframes to recent keyframes to affect only this movement. Alright, now I'll bring in a bouncy text animation and customize it. I'll copy the time speed node from earlier, paste it after the new text, and set the delay to frame 50. Then I'll go into the animation tab and reduce the bounce amplitude slightly. Next, I'll bring in a profile image, crop it and position it properly. Using another transform node, I'll recenter everything by keyframing the center and size properties. Then ease the keyframes for smoother motion. After that, I'll append another fade ease tool to the profile picture, set the start frame to 50 and the animation duration to 20 frames. I'll leave the rest of the settings as they are. I also appended the Per Outline tool from Type Essentials pack because why not? I'll change the outline color to red, then play around with the outline thickness. If you want to create the outline manually, here's how you can do it. Bring in a filter node and connect it. Change the filter type to Sobel, then add a background node and mask it using the filter node before merging it back. Append a row dilate node, set the filter to circle, then tweak the amount until you get the look you want. To finish everything off, I added a few more bouncy text animations for the channel name and subscriber count. And yeah, that's basically how I create this style inside DaVinci Resolve. I hope you learned something valuable from this tutorial. Make sure to check out my Type Essentials pack and the E-Spline plugin by Revis in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.